Robert Capa was born André Friedman in Budapest, Hungary. Unhappy there as a young man, he moved to Berlin, Germany, where he found work as an assistant in a photo agency. Fleeing persecution in Germany, Friedman left for France, where he began to establish his identity as Robert Capa, an American photographer. Capa cemented this identity with the help of the love of his life, Gerda Taro. They accepted the first assignment for this fictional Robert Capa and left to cover the Spanish War together. One of his most controversial photographs, and his most famous to this date, is Falling Soldier. For a time it was believed to be a fake until it was later shown that the position of the man's hand resting under his thigh would only have been natural if he was truly in the act of dying. Capa established his career as a war photographer early on. Following the Spanish Civil War, Capa went on to cover World War II. While Capa moved on to shoot other conflicts, Gerda stayed behind to finish in Spain, where she unfortunately was killed in action. Perhaps it was this tragedy in his own life that made him so effective at capturing the grief in other people's lives. On June 6, 1944, Robert Capa landed on Omaha Beach with the U.S. soldiers invading France. There he shot 106 images. However, only 11 survived due to an unfortunate accident in the photo processing. The 11 that remained were published around the world and immediately became iconic images of the war. Capa was also well known for his bold and reckless style, allowing him to go anywhere, even into the heart of danger. While his work was done primarily on the battlefield, he also captured intimate moments like these, showing ordinary citizens interacting with soldiers. Capa continued to follow the progress of World War II through the liberation of Paris and on into the last battles to free Germany. He shot this cover for Life magazine to celebrate the Allies' victory. 2 years after the war, Robert Capa, along with 3 of his colleagues, Henri Cartier-Bresson, George Roger, and David Chim Seymour, founded Magnum Photos. The agency supported freelance photographers in their work and allowed them the freedom to shoot whatever they wanted, whenever they wanted, and to be able to sell it to whomever they wanted. Their philosophy was that after World War II, the world was curious and hungry for images that were not war-related. Magnum is a community of thought, a shared human quality, a curiosity about what is going on in the world, a respect for what is going on, and a desire to transcribe it visually. Henri Cartier-Bresson. In 1949, Capa covered Israel's war for independence. In later years, Capa shot portraits for magazines such as Life and Look. He shot friends such as Pablo Picasso, Gary Cooper, Ernest Hemingway, Henri Matisse, and Truman Capote. Somehow, though, war always drew him back. In 1954, he volunteered to shoot the war in Indochina for Life magazine. It was there, with a camera in his left hand, that he met his death when he stepped on a landmine. It was an ironic end for a man who lived larger than life and spent more time on the battlefield than most soldiers.